In a landscape filled with uncertainty, the Green Bay Packers now face a pivotal decision regarding Brendan Sorsby, the 6'3", 235-pound quarterback who is declared for the NFL Supplemental Draft. Will the Packers test the waters, or will they let this opportunity slip away? Fans, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what's your take on this potential addition to our roster? Sorsby's physical attributes and impressive college performance are hard to ignore. With arm strength, velocity, athletic ability, and 3 years of starting experience under his belt, he certainly seems like a prototypical quarterback that Green Bay has historically coveted. However, the situation is far from straightforward. Sorsby's past includes significant controversy. He reportedly placed tens of thousands of dollars in bets during his college career, including wagers against his own team while at Indiana. This raised red flags, leading to a complicated road to eligibility, which he ultimately regained through legal means, but the implications of his decisions linger. Now, the Packers must weigh their options carefully. Jordan Love is firmly entrenched as the starter, and the addition of veteran Tyrod Taylor as a backup suggests that the Packers are not in desperate need of quarterback. Still, General Manager Brian Gutekunst has made it clear that the organization is always on the lookout to enhance their quarterback room, recognizing that this position is arguably the most critical in all of professional sports. Gutekunst stated before the draft, "We evaluate that position every year very thoroughly. There are some good players in this draft. If we have an opportunity to add to that room, we will." Yet, when draft day arrived, the Packers opted not to select a quarterback. They had their eyes on LSU's Garrett Nussmeier, but the Kansas City Chiefs swooped in and took him in the 7th round. Instead, Green Bay signed Virginia Tech's Kieran Drones, emphasizing their desire for competition in the quarterback room. Gutekunst expressed optimism about this new dynamic, yet also acknowledged the need for depth, especially given Love's injury history over the past 2 years. "Whoever's called upon, we're going to expect that," he affirmed. The supplemental draft operates under a unique bidding system that adds another layer of complexity to this decision. Teams submit bids round by round, with the highest bidder receiving the player. If multiple teams bid in the same round, the team with the higher priority gets the prospect. For the Packers, this year's draft strategy has already been impacted by previous trades, meaning they lack 1st and 6th round picks for the next regular draft. Compensatory picks are on the horizon, but they remain unofficial at this time. This leaves Green Bay in a precarious position where they might be willing to part with a 2nd round pick for Sorsby, but that seems unlikely given the strength of the quarterback class. A 4th or 5th round selection might be more plausible if Sorsby's stock falls. Ultimately, whether the Packers take a chance on Sorsby hinges on their assessment of his character and past decisions. Given the precarious nature of quarterback stability in today's NFL, it's possible that another team may be more willing to gamble on this talented yet troubled player. As we dive deeper into the intricacies of this decision, let's shift gears and explore the next pressing topic surrounding our beloved Packers. As we dive deeper into the 2026 offseason, the conversation around the Green Bay Packers is heating up, particularly when it comes to the elite talent lurking within the NFC North. The Packers have a solid foundation, but with division rivals boasting superstar athletes, the question of what Green Bay needs to elevate its game becomes paramount. Let's explore which players from these rival teams could significantly enhance the Packers roster. First up, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings and the undeniable force that is Justin Jefferson. He's not just a star. He's one of the most dynamic and dependable offensive threats in the entire league. Drafted in the 1st round back in 2020, Jefferson has consistently proven his worth. Remember, the Packers had their sights set on him during that draft, but Minnesota swooped in, leaving Green Bay with Jordan Love instead. While Love is showing promise, Jefferson's unmatched route running and explosive playmaking ability would seamlessly integrate into Matt LaFleur's offensive scheme, giving the Packers a crucial edge. There's no arguing that Jefferson operates on a level that transcends the current receiving core, which, while promising with players like Christian Watson and Jaden Reed, simply doesn't compare to what Jefferson brings to the table. Moving on to the Chicago Bears, the discussion takes a different turn. The Bears roster doesn't quite boast the same level of elite talent as their rivals, but there's one player that stands out: Joe Thuney. Acquired via trade, Thuney earned All-Pro honors and the Protector of the Year award in his debut season with Chicago. His presence on the offensive line would be a monumental upgrade over what the Packers currently have, particularly with Aaron Banks on the left side. It's worth noting that Green Bay could have made the same trade that brought Thuney to Chicago. The cost was manageable, yet the Packers front office tends to reserve such moves for truly transformative players. Looking back, the decision not to acquire Thuney might be one they'll regret, especially considering the noticeable production gap between him and Banks. Now let's shift our focus to the Detroit Lions, who have a plethora of impactful players to consider. Aiden Hutchinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jack Campbell are all names that come to mind. However, the player that the Packers would be most eager to snag from Detroit is tackle Penei Sewell. He's quickly establishing himself as one of the premier young tackles in the game. Sewell's transition to left tackle this season adds another layer of intrigue. While the Packers have a solid right tackle in Zach Tom, and even though Sewell is the superior player, it would make logical sense to slot him in at left tackle, allowing Tom to remain on the right. This strategic move would solidify the offensive line, an area that still raises questions for Green Bay, particularly as they look to build around Love. The Packers roster shows promising depth across various positions, yet this discussion underscores some significant concerns, especially on the offensive line. The lack of blue-chip talents is disconcerting. Yes, players like Love, Micah Parsons, and Tucker Kraft are shining stars, but the NFC North is filled with formidable talents. Understanding these gaps is essential for General Manager Brian Gutekunst as he navigates the next wave of roster construction. As we delve into the next item, the Packers must keep their eye on the competition while strategically addressing their needs. The offseason is ripe with opportunities, and how Green Bay capitalizes on this will determine their trajectory in the years to come. The Green Bay Packers are making strategic moves as they aim to bolster their tight end position, and the recent signing of Luke Lachey could be a crucial addition. Just when fans are left speculating about the team's plans after the draft, Green Bay has made a decisive play by bringing in Lachey, the son of the legendary Jim Lachey, known for his time with the Hogs in Washington. This could be a game-changer as the Packers look to enhance their blocking capabilities. Lachey was initially claimed off waivers from the Texans, but after failing his physical, he was sidelined until now. With that hurdle cleared, he's set to join the ranks at training camp alongside a crowded group of tight ends: Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, Josh Weil, Messiah Swinson, Drake Dabney, and R.J. Maryland. This will certainly add an intriguing layer of competition as the team prepares for the upcoming season. To make this signing possible, the Packers made the tough decision to part ways with receiver Jacoby Keeney James. He had his moments, especially on special teams during the critical Week 18 matchup against the Vikings, but the team clearly sees Lachey fitting into their long-term vision better than keeping another receiver on the roster. Drafted in the 7th round by the Texans in 2025, Lachey did not make their 53-man roster and spent the season on the practice squad. With the Texans selecting Marlon Klein in the 2nd round this year, Lachey found himself on the outside looking in. But now, the Packers are giving him a fresh start, and fans are eager to see if he can live up to the legacy of his father. Jim Lachey was not just any player. He was a first-round pick who made a significant mark in the league. A 3-time All-Pro, he was part of an offensive line that defined a generation. Luke has grown up under the watchful eye of a father who instilled in him the importance of hard work and determination. "My dad always taught me to be the hardest worker on the field," Luke said, reflecting on the lessons that have shaped his approach to football. In his time at Iowa, Lachey faced challenges, including a season-ending ankle injury that cut short a promising start. He rebounded well, finishing his final season with 28 catches for 231 yards, which earned him honorable mention on the All-Big Ten team. His journey demonstrates resilience, a trait that Green Bay fans should appreciate, especially given the unpredictability of the NFL. While Lachey has shown promise, scouts have noted his need to improve in certain areas. Standing at 6'5" and weighing 251 pounds, he has the physical attributes to succeed in the NFL, but analysts have pointed out concerns regarding his core strength and ability to escape man coverage. This is something the Packers will need to monitor closely as they integrate him into their system. With Lachey's arrival, The Packers are looking to fill a glaring void at tight end. Tucker Kraft is returning from a torn ACL, and John Fitzpatrick's absence leaves a significant gap. Lachey's blocking skills will be put to the test right away. As he himself has said, if you can't block, you can't play. His commitment to this essential aspect of the game aligns perfectly with what the Packers need at this position. As training camp approaches, fans should keep a close eye on Lachey's performance. His journey from the practice squad to potentially being a key contributor for the Packers could be a story worth following. The tight end position is crucial in Matt LaFleur's offensive scheme, and the ability to block effectively will be paramount for any player hoping to earn snaps. The Packers are clearly betting on Lachey to step up and provide the necessary support to the offense. With his lineage and work ethic, he could very well become a fan favorite if he proves to be reliable and effective on the field. As we look ahead, what are your thoughts on this signing? Where are you watching from? And how do you feel about Lachey joining the Packers? As we wrap up this segment, remember that every move the Packers make is geared towards building a championship-caliber team. It's an exciting time to be a Packers fan, so make sure to subscribe for all the latest updates and share your opinions on Green Bay's prospects for the upcoming season. The journey is just beginning, and we'll be here to cover it every step of the way.